Welcome to Newsmax TV. I'm Kathleen Walter at the Republican National Convention in Tampa, Florida. With me now is former U.S. Commerce Secretary, Mr. Carlos Gutierrez. And Secretary Gutierrez, thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Well, you are a top advisor to Mitt Romney. What can we expect to hear in his speech tonight?
Well, I think tonight you're going to hear a lot about the future, where he wants to take the country, the kind of country he would like to see. So yesterday, Paul Ryan gave us a little bit of detail and got into Medicare, and that allows Governor Romney to really look at the big picture. And I think he'll also want to introduce himself to the nation and talk a little bit more about himself, which he hasn't done, and I don't think he likes to do. You know, his whole history and how he got started, and it wasn't always easy, and so I think it'll be electrifying. I think it will be one of those great nights we'll all walk out of here thinking we can conquer the world.
If there's any one thing that Mitt Romney wants to convey to voters tonight, one thing that he wants them to know about him that they might not know already, what would it be? Well,
you know, first of all, his humanity, his ethics is legendary. But one thing that Ann Romney said when she spoke, her last sentence was, "He will not fail." He's going to convey that he will fix this economy and he can fix this economy. He has never failed, and he will not fail at this. And that will come across, whether it's in the body language, in the words, in the tone. But that will be the single biggest thing that America takes out of it. This man is for real. He can do the job.
Now, Republicans took on Barack Obama in 2008 and lost. How has the strategy changed this time around, and is it working?
Well, the thing is, 2008, we didn't know what Barack Obama would do. We do now, and it's been it's been incredibly negative for the country. I mean, our deficit has gone up. Our debt is bigger than our GDP. Unemployment won't come down. We've got 23 million Americans looking for work. We have one every six in poverty. I mean, everywhere you look, we have had the wrong policy. The stimulus package did nothing for the economy, but it sure added to our debt. We just can't do this for 4 years, and I don't think they have the ideas. I just don't think they have the experience.
Let's talk about Hispanic voters and the role that they will play in this election. Mitt Romney is not polling very well with Hispanic voters right now. Jeb Bush says that Mitt has to appeal to them. How does he do that?
Well, I think first of all, he has to tell them what he tells Anglo-Americans, you know, because there's an inclination to want to group Hispanics off on their own. You guys are over here, Anglos are over here. Hispanics want the same thing. They want a bigger home, they want to make more money, they want to send their kids to good schools, they want to buy a new car. They're just like any other family. Within that, he's got to show a great deal of respect. What bothers Hispanics is not that undocumented workers are their #1 issue. It's just that the way some people talk about that is insulting.
Jeb Bush says that the party needs to adopt a more conciliatory tone.
Absolutely. Different words, conciliatory tone, an understanding that this is good for our economy. Immigration is good for our economy. So, and from an immigration standpoint, Governor Romney is pro-immigration, pro-immigrant, because he knows that's part of growing the economy. So he looks at it as a strategic asset. I hate to say it, but the other party looks at it as a tactical way to get votes.
Yeah, that was my next question for you. President Obama issued that executive order that stops deportation of illegal aliens brought here to the U.S. as children. Is this real immigration reform in your view?
You know what it is? It's not even an executive order. He just told Secretary Napolitano to change her priorities. So it was her decision. No, that's, and it happens 3 months before the election. Which is the way, that's the pattern. It's the pattern. And I would just wish that my community understood that it almost seems like they're being taken for a ride.
Could Hispanics make or break the election for Mitt Romney?
Well, you know, a very small number, which I don't think will happen, can be very bad. I think we are at the lowest level now, which is like 26, 27. We have ads coming out. You know, what's happened is President Obama spent more than he had before the convention. Governor Romney's got more after the convention than before. So we're going to see a lot of ads. We're opening up offices in Florida, 47 in Florida, throughout the South and the West. A lot of Hispanic advertising featuring Governor Romney's son, Craig, who speaks perfect Spanish. So Hispanics are going to know Mitt Romney for the first time because he's being defined by ads that aren't always factually true.
A couple of questions for you relating to trade and the economy. Now, I understand that you advise Mitt Romney on trade policy. How would a President Romney increase U.S. exports and fix the trade imbalance with China?
Well, two things. One is he would pursue trade agreements that benefit America. We have not had one new free trade agreement in this administration. They have passed agreements that were completed by President Bush. They don't even have trade promotion authority. So under Governor Romney as president, we will have a lot more exports, a lot more markets opening up for our small businesses. Workers who work in the export business make more money than the national average. This is all good for our country. This administration has done nothing. And on China, he's going to get tough. He's going to get tough on China, and hopefully we will resolve what problems we have, but he's not going to back down.
Last question for you, Mr. Secretary. Our debt just passed the size of our economy. The unemployment rate is at 8.3%. In your view, what is the biggest obstacle standing in the way of our economic recovery right now?
Elected officials who are more concerned with getting reelected than fixing the country. Exactly what Paul Ryan said last night. I look at Governor Romney and Paul Ryan, I say these guys are for real. They're here to do a job. They're not here to make speeches and to push the can down. They're here to confront big problems.
All right, we'll leave it there. Secretary Carlos Gutierrez, thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching Newsmax TV.